Okay, the following are 101 of the most frequently asked questions that we get in bankruptcy. Question 1. For an individual, what types of bankruptcies are available? Chapter 7, Chapter 11, Chapter 12, and Chapter 13. Question 2. What is a Chapter 7 bankruptcy? Chapter 7 bankruptcy, which is sometimes referred to as straight bankruptcy, is a liquidation proceeding. The debtor receives a discharge of all dischargeable debts within 3 to 5 months after the filing. Question number 3. What is a Chapter 11 bankruptcy? Chapter 11 is typically used for business bankruptcies and restructuring, but sometimes must be used by an individual if they don't fit within the Chapter 13 requirements. It's not commonly used by individual consumers since it is far more complex and expensive to pursue. Question 4. What is a Chapter 12 bankruptcy? Chapter 12 is reserved for farmers and commercial fishermen. Question number 5. What is Chapter 13 bankruptcy? Chapter 13 bankruptcy is also known as reorganization bankruptcy. Chapter 13 bankruptcy involves a plan of reorganization where individuals pay off their debts over a period of time, which is usually 3 to 5 years. Which chapters in bankruptcy, question number 6. Which chapters in bankruptcy are more frequently used by individuals? That would be chapters 7 and 13. Question number 7. Which is better, chapter 7 or chapter 13? The answer really depends upon your individual financial situation. If they qualify, most individuals would prefer a Chapter 7 bankruptcy. This is because it is faster and discharges most debts immediately without any additional payments. In Florida, for example, about 75% of all consumer bankruptcy filings are under Chapter 7. On the other hand, a Chapter 13 plan offers an alternative if you have a steady income, a stable job, and want to pay off many of your debts. Question 8. I've only lived in this state for 6 months. Can I file my bankruptcy here? Yes, but since you've not lived here for the past 2 years, you must use the exemptions from the state where you previously lived, or the federal bankruptcy exemptions. What you get to keep is based upon the state law, which relates to what creditors can take from you in a lawsuit or a bankruptcy. So, for example, if you lived in California and then recently moved to Florida, you could file in Florida, but what you get to keep would depend upon the laws of the state of California. Question number 9. I'm tired of being hounded by credit card companies and debtors. Will this stop? The answer is creditors are required by law to stop calling you and stop all collection efforts once the documents are filed in the bankruptcy. Creditors cannot initiate or continue any lawsuits, wage garnishments, or even telephone calls demanding payments. The automatic stay provisions of the law stop all creditors from bothering you, but secured creditors, such as banks with car liens, will get that stay lifted if you cannot make the payments on the vehicle or the house or whatever the secured property is. Question number 10. Will my spouse be affected? If you do not file a joint petition with your spouse, your husband or wife will not be affected by your bankruptcy if they did not sign an agreement or a contract for any of your debt. So if there are no joint debts, they will not be affected in any way by the filing of your bankruptcy.